Hey YouTube, um I don't do makeup videos very often because I only know how to do my eyeshadow for the most part. But in my last Sephora order I got these samples of foundation, and I was impressed by how dark the colors go. Okay, so they sent me one from their dark golden skin tone family and one from their deep bronze skin tone family. It's Becca. Here's the This shows all of the shades they have. I'm very impressed by this. So I'm going to put this foundation on. I don't know if this is going to be the right color, but if it is too light, then I can mix some of that color in, that darker color in, to see if I can get a match. But the color that looks the closest between these two is the one that says tobacco. So I'm going to go ahead and try that. I'm going to put it on with my beauty sponge and see how it works. I'm gonna wear it all day, and then I'm gonna come back because I asked about if anybody else used this in one of the Facebook groups and nobody had, and they wanted to know, like, does it last and stuff. So I'm gonna try it out today, see how it lasts, see how it works. I don't know right away if this tobacco color is too light. If it is, then I'll immediately go ahead and mix some of that mink color on the back of my hand. So got my beauty sponge and I'm gonna wet it. My face is nice and clean and moisturized. Trying to wet it. I wet it with my spray bottle, unless I'm trying to really make it last. If I'm like going out of my way to make my foundation last, and I spray with I don't have any back there, but like the Skintasia setting spray, I actually spray it right on the sponge, and that works. But I'm trying this because I wanted to know if by itself, if this foundation lasts. So that's why I'm not going to use any setting spray. Now it claims that it has it claims that it's it's the ultimate coverage, but weightless and breathable, and it's cream. So let's get that open. I'm gonna put it on the back of my hand. I hope there's enough in this little package. Yeah, there's enough. This is what that tobacco color looks like on the back of my hand. My hands are, I don't know. Let's try it out. Let's just get to it. That's what one of my other foundations looks like when I put it on my face. But like I said again, if it starts to look too light, then I could certainly mix in the darker color. Doesn't spread very well. Well, like I said, I'm not a pro at this. Okay, first thing regarding the ultimate coverage, I'm gonna have to put the darker color in there too. Yeah, my dark spots are coming through. Usually with as much as I put on, I didn't put on a whole bunch, but usually that much is enough to cover up my dark spots. So I'm going to put a little bit more on the back of my hand, and I'm going to grab this mink color, which looks very dark. I'm going to put it side by side for a moment so you can see. Now, mink on the package is that color. On the back of my hand, it's a different color. That might have been the right color in the first place. So I think these colors are a little bit lighter than what the packaging suggests. So I'm going to grab that mink color by itself, actually. I'm going to put a little bit. Okay, so I'm just putting a little bit of the other color in with it. And that looks better. color looks better. Yep, I probably should have used the mink to start and then put in the lighter color on top if needed. The mink is definitely closer to my color. So I can definitely say you can't, you know, see if they have it in the store. I got this at Sephora, well, online, came in my samples. And I'm going to say that the colors on the packaging do not represent the color of the product. This is very, I got like gold tones in my skin, but this is kind of, I don't know. We'll let it dry. See what we got. So I actually have on 2 layers now. And now my dark spots are a little bit more covered than they were at first. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is take pictures outside in the natural light, take a photo down here, and I'm going to take a flash photo with my camera. I wish I could scoop this up some sort of way. I still have plenty on my hands. So now one good thing is I had to use 2 layers, but I didn't actually have to use a ton. Let me cover this up. This is my my eye primer. You can see that. I never put a lot of foundation on my nose, but anyway. I like the mink color. I'm trying to scrape this off of my back of my hand here. The mink color is definitely closer to my color. So let's look at that again. On here, the mink color is a lot lighter than it was on the actual sample package. So, all right, let me get that closer. There's the mink, and then the tobacco is up here. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and finish my face, and we will see what this winds up looking like. Hey YouTube. Okay, so it is approximately 7 hours later. I started putting on my makeup this morning around 10:30 a.m. and it is now 5:30 p.m. I went to church, went to visit my dad for a while, went to church again, went to the grocery store. The weather has been humid. It's weirdly warm out. It's over 50 degrees today, and it was very humid. So not normal Michigan weather for the last day of November. So far, the foundation, I'm starting to get oil. The oil is starting to break through, which is, I can't say it, makes it a no for me. I didn't put any primer on or anything like that. The oil is starting to break through. However, the color did not oxidize and change on me throughout the day, which is normally what would happen with me for a foundation. The coverage is actually really good. I was complaining when I first started putting it on, but like I said, that color was the wrong color. But I have lots of hyperpigmentation on my cheeks, and it covered up all of that. And that hyperpigmentation is almost the color of my hair. So I have really dark spots on my cheeks, and it pretty much covered them up. And 7 hours later, it's still pretty much covered up. You can see the texture there. I don't have acne, so don't tell me that I need to like not put on foundation and clear my skin up. I don't have acne. I have ingrown hairs on my face. So my cheeks start to grow hairs. Because my hair is curly, I get an ingrown hair from it, so then you see a bump. And then every time I get one of those, it makes a dark spot on my face, especially if I mess with it. Okay, I've never had acne or pimples. I mean, I've probably had one here and there, but it's never been a problem. Do I feel the foundation on my face all day? I don't feel it all day. I don't have fine lines and wrinkles, so I can't say whether or not it settles. However, I noticed that up here on my forehead, I have like some creases, there. I remember I used to want them real bad because my dad used to be able to make his, head do like, wrinkle up, like look like 3 fingers like that. And I used to want to do that, and I don't know more, but now it automatically does it. But it did make those just a little bit more noticeable than normal. To me, that doesn't matter. To some ladies, that might matter. So that would be something to keep in mind if you use the foundation. I shouldn't call it foundation. What they call it is the Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. Now, the colors on the sample package were not indicative of the colors inside of the packaging. However, I looked at the Sephora website and the Becca Cosmetics website, and the colors look closer to what came out of the package. So just the sample packaging was way off. That color, you know, the tobacco color looked like it was close to my skin color, and the one called Mink looked like it was like a dark sable kind of brown, but in reality the tobacco color was very light, and the Mink was my complexion. As you can see, it matches pretty well with my neck and chest area. I only brought it down right around my chin line, which you'll see in some of the pictures. I did not bring it down onto my neck. I never do, actually, unless the foundation doesn't blend in. Once I started putting it on my skin, I could not tell where the foundation ended and where my skin began. Okay. Now afterwards, what I did is I took a picture in here. This is I have my lighting that I use for filming. I went upstairs. I took a picture in my bathroom. I always use compact fluorescent lights in all of my rooms in my house. My bathroom lighting is a little on the yellow side. I took a picture with a flash, so with my cell phone with a flash, to see what it looks like when the flash hits it. And then I took a picture outside in natural light. Okay, so in all of the pictures except for the flash, the color matched beautifully with my skin, and you really couldn't tell the difference between my skin and the foundation. The one with the flash, it was insanely obvious how that the foundation contains titanium dioxide. So here are the pictures, and they're all labeled so you know which are which. As you can see, the foundation looked good when I first put it on, 4 hours later, and then now it still looks good 7 hours later. I mean, I imagine if I blotted it or, you know, used a powder or used a primer, it probably would not have the oil that broke through. But again, it did not change colors, which makes a big difference to me. So here's what I have to say about the foundation. Okay, I looked it up. It's $44. I don't use foundation every day. Would I buy it? Probably. I mean, I like the way the color looks on me. The only reason I wouldn't buy it would is pretty much the same across the board for every foundation. I mean, almost all foundations have titanium dioxide in there. You know, we're brown skin. That stuff looks crazy with a flash. Period. Okay? So unless somebody's skin is porcelain white, they don't want to have that shiny cast on their pictures whenever they take flash photography. What if I'm at an event or something, and here I am thinking I'm looking cute, and I get home and there's a picture on Facebook of me with a white mask of titanium dioxide showing through on a picture? You know, it's not flattering. It's not flattering at all. And most people who care about sun protection are informed enough to be able to buy the stuff on their own and put it on. Okay, so if I want to protect my skin from the sun, I have the mental capacity to go and buy some and put it on. Okay, so I protect the rest of my body from the sun. I don't need it in my foundation. Okay, so companies out there, I don't need it in my foundation. It doesn't matter at what level the sun protection is. I want to be able to, as a consumer, as an adult, as an informed person, I want to be able to buy the sunscreen, put it on my skin, put my makeup on top, so that when I take pictures, I look like a regular person, not some jacked up mask. Look like when you buy a Hershey bar that's too old in the store and you open up and they got that white layer over there. That's not right. We don't want that. So let us be able to put on sunscreen at whatever level we want, not in our foundation, okay? Because it doesn't look right on us, okay? And yeah, I mean, I can take pictures without the flash, but who says somebody else is not going to take a picture of me that has a flash? Or let's say I'm in a darker situation and I need a flash. Okay, obviously I'm brown, so if I'm someplace that don't have a lot of light, I might need a flash for my picture just to show up in the picture. So quit putting that stuff in our foundation, okay? I mean, if or offer two options, one with and one without. So um, I mean, after that little mini rant, I mean, that's the same for every, every foundation that I've ever seen. I've not seen any yet that doesn't have SPF in there. Okay. If y'all know of any that don't have sunscreen in it, let me know because I would love to try it. Okay. I would love to try that foundation and see what it looks like on my skin and to be able to take pictures and look like a regular person. So there will be links in the description box to the item at Sephora, which is, where I got it. I got the sample from Sephora, and links to Becca Cosmetics website. The price was the same at both, $44. Um, the pictures on the website look a little bit closer to the colors that were inside of the packaging. So thanks so much for watching. Again, let me know if you've ever used the complexion cream, or if you've ever used any of their cosmetics, and especially let me know if you know of a foundation for brown skin people. I'm talking about one that comes in colors dark enough for me that does not have SPF in there. I would be so appreciative of it. Okay, so thanks so much for watching. Have a good night. Okay, I forgot, let's do this test too. I have some clean toilet paper here. I'll take two. Does it transfer? Yes, I just pushed it directly on. Let me go someplace else on my face that has less oil. Try it there. Yeah, a little bit. And then the places that have the most oil. Yeah, it transfers more there. But as you, let's just as a secondary note, as you can see, just blotting that like that, got rid of a lot of that oil look, and kind of brought that back to life. So bonus.